Another book finished, another podcast episode consumed, another video watched. Yet your bank account hasn't moved an inch. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit. Knowledge without execution is just intellectual entertainment. By the end of this video, you'll understand why overthinking is bankrupting your future and discover the exact framework that forced me to stop preparing and start profiting. I spent 3 years getting ready to invest, while watching my friends who knew less but did more build portfolios that now dwarf my salary. The moment I realized that waiting for perfect clarity was just fear wearing a sophisticated mask, everything shifted for me. Research from the University of Scranton reveals that 92% of people who set financial goals never achieve them. Not because their goals were unrealistic, but because they never moved beyond planning into execution. Dr. Piers Steele's temporal motivation theory, published in Psychological Bulletin, demonstrates that procrastination costs the average person approximately $15,000 annually in lost investment returns and missed income opportunities. You're not stuck because you lack information. You're stuck because you've convinced yourself that more research equals progress. The marketplace doesn't reward the most knowledgeable, it rewards the most decisive. Every day you delay starting that side business, opening that investment account, or launching that product is compound growth you'll never recover. Here's your immediate action protocol. Within the next 48 hours, take one imperfect step towards your primary financial goal. If it's investing, open a brokerage account today and transfer $100. If it's entrepreneurship, register your business name and create one piece of content this weekend. If it's increasing income, send 5 cold emails to potential clients before Friday. The quality of your action matters less than the fact that you acted. Stop designing the perfect system and start building an imperfect one that actually exists. Imagine planting a garden, but refusing to put seeds in the ground until you've read every gardening book ever written, consulted every expert, and perfectly understood photosynthesis. Ridiculous, right? Yet, that's exactly how you're treating wealth creation. The wealthiest gardener isn't the one with encyclopedic botanical knowledge. It's the one who planted seeds years ago and tended them consistently. Every thriving financial garden you admire started as uncertain seeds planted by someone who knew less than you do now. The difference wasn't their expertise. It was their willingness to start with imperfect knowledge and learn through doing. Your procrastination isn't protecting you from failure. It's guaranteeing it. Here is what transformed my approach. I stopped aiming for the final version and started building version 0.1. Want to start a business? Create the ugliest website imaginable this weekend and offer your service to 3 people. Want to invest? Buy 1 share of 1 stock today instead of waiting to build the perfect portfolio. Want passive income? Record 1 terrible podcast episode or write 1 mediocre blog post right now. Every successful entrepreneur's first product was embarrassing. Every wealthy investor's first trade was clumsy. The difference is they shipped version 0.1, while others are still perfecting version 1.0 in their minds. Launch your imperfect prototype today, collect real-world feedback tomorrow, and iterate into excellence over time. It's almost always faster to make a decision, make a mistake, and correct it than it is to painstakingly deliberate on the decision. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman's research at Stanford reveals that the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, the brain region associated with willpower and tenacity, only strengthens through doing difficult things we don't want to do. Each time you override procrastination and take action despite resistance, you're literally rewiring neural pathways for future execution. Starting activates your reticular activating system, causing your brain to notice opportunities it previously filtered out. The universe doesn't reward intention, it rewards motion. Once you start, your brain shifts from threat detection mode, what could go wrong, to opportunity recognition mode, how can I win? fundamentally altering your financial trajectory. The reason you don't have the skills you need is because you're unwilling to fail for as long as it takes to get good. Think of your financial goal as a destination on the opposite side of a canyon. You're standing at the edge with blueprints for the perfect bridge, engineered for maximum efficiency, minimal materials, and optimal aesthetics. But here's the problem. While you're perfecting your blueprint, you're not building. Meanwhile, someone with a rougher plan started laying planks months ago. Their bridge might wobble, they might need repairs, but they're crossing while you're still planning. Perfect bridges built in your mind don't transport you anywhere. Imperfect bridges built in reality get you across. The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition, it's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. Here's the most powerful habit I've installed. Whenever I learn something financially valuable, I have 48 hours to implement it or it gets discarded. Attended a webinar about real estate investing? Within 48 hours, I contact a real estate agent or analyze one property listing. Read about tax optimization? Within 48 hours, I schedule a consultation or implement one deduction strategy. This rule eliminates the illusion of progress through consumption. Learning that doesn't lead to action within 2 days becomes mental clutter, not competitive advantage. Set this rule for yourself today. Every financial insight must produce one tangible action within 48 hours, or you commit to stop consuming that type of content entirely. Your business will move at the speed of your ability to make decisions. I'll be completely honest with you. Starting was terrifying for me. I spent 18 months researching investment strategies, convinced I needed expertise before risking $1. Meanwhile, my college roommate who didn't know anything bought index funds with his first paycheck and never stopped. 5 years later, his portfolio was worth $180,000, while I was still preparing to start. The shame of that realization crushed me. What finally broke my paralysis wasn't confidence. It was accepting that staying comfortable was more expensive than any mistake I could make. I opened a brokerage account on a Tuesday, bought my first ETF on Wednesday, and immediately made a tactical error. But I was finally in the game, learning through real consequences rather than theoretical scenarios. Sometimes you have to be the only one who believes in you. Everything we've covered so far converges at this moment. You have everything you need right now to start. Not perfect information, not ideal circumstances, not complete confidence, just enough to begin. If you just did all the things you already know you should be doing but aren't, you'd be 10x further than you are right now. Here's my challenge. Pause this video right now and take one action toward your financial goal before you do anything else. What's the single action you've been avoiding that would change your trajectory? Drop it in the comments and commit publicly. If this shifted your perspective from preparation to execution, hit that like button and subscribe for more wealth-building frameworks. Watch this video again tonight before sleep to program these principles into your subconscious, then once more tomorrow morning to start your day with decisive action. Your future wealthy self is watching. Stop researching and start building.